Alright, hi you guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a 20-minute yoga inspired core workout. I'm gonna be super honest, it's mostly core, a little bit of yoga, a little bit of stretching at the end. So I recommend pairing this with one of the more flow style videos if you're looking for a little bit of a stretch as well. Otherwise you can tack this on or do it on its own as a little core workout. As always, there will be a playlist linked in the description box below. So you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna open that in Spotify. If you're on your computer, either in a separate browser, you can manually adjust the volume within Spotify and YouTube till you find the right mix of sound. Otherwise, you can always set up a second device, a Bluetooth speaker, your TV, whatever, to play the music and the video at the same time. Of course, you're more than welcome to do this without music or to your own music as well. So get you guys to go ahead and pull up the playlist. And then you're gonna make sure you're not on shuffle on Spotify. And then I'll count you in to press play on that first song, so you have similar timing. So you're gonna press play on that first song in 3, in 2, in 1. All right, so we'll get into it. Even though this is going to be a more workout style class, we are still gonna start and finish in our meditation in our place of stillness. So I want you to go ahead and make your way into a pose, a position that feels really easeful, really restful for you to be in. So this might be laying on your back, your tall, comfortable seat. Whatever it is, go ahead and make your way there. And then see if you can close your eyes. And I just want you to take this moment just to see, just to notice what comes up. Maybe you're antsy, excited, full of energy today. Maybe there's something a little bit heavy, a little bit hard weighing down on you. Whatever it is, just acknowledge it, don't judge it. But allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to work through it, work with it, and for these next 20 minutes. These 20 minutes, this movement, this breath, this is for you and no one else. With that, let's breathe. Let's take a really big full inhale, expand up through those lungs, breathe all that air in. Beautiful, you guys, big full exhale, go ahead, let it go. We'll do one more like this. Take a big full inhale through your nose. And big full exhale, you guys, go ahead, let it go. With that, when you're ready, you're going to slowly meet me laying onto your back. So you can open your eyes and get there however you'd like. And as you arrive on your back, we're just going to do a gentle little stretch, gentle little warm up before we get too much into that core. So as you arrive onto your back, you're going to hug your knees up in towards the chest. So give for yourself a little bit of a squeeze here. And then you can maybe rock side to side, just massaging out through the low back and through your spine. From here, we're just going to do a gentle twist just to release kind of any tension through the low back. So you're going to take your arms out nice and wide like the letter T. And then from here, option 1, you're going to keep those feet lifted. You're going to let those knees rock side to side, getting out all those cracks, those little cracks through the back. This feels like too much, not quite warm yet. No worries. You're going to rock those knees side to side with the soles of your feet planted down onto the mat. This is just going to give your spine a little bit more support, a little bit less range of motion in your twist. Now if you find one side feels a little bit tight, a little bit sticky, you're more than welcome to just hold those knees to the side and just take a couple of big breaths there. And good, keep letting that breath guide you. Really big inhales and really big exhales. Wherever you are, whether you're holding or windshield wipering the knees side to side, you're going to take one more big inhale, one more big exhale, and then you're going to meet me with the soles of your feet down onto the mat. Your knees are going to point straight up towards the ceiling. So as we get into our core, we're going to work a lot on what's happening in the pelvis and the hips. Having a really good position here is going to help you not only get deeper into those abdominal muscles, but also help if you're someone that sometimes feels hip flexor pain or back pain. So here on your tailbone, I want you to rock up so you lift your spine up off the floor. This is a position that we don't want to see while you're moving. And then from here, I want you to try and twist your tailbone the opposite way. So tucking the tail as if you had a tail, you're gonna tuck that tail between your legs. So can you get every part of your low back to land on the mat? Now I want you to feel here that probably to create that tucking of your tail between your legs and getting your low spine flat on the mat, you probably had to engage the abdominals a little bit. If you're someone who feels like you arch your back a lot, you're gonna stay here, tailbone really tucked under, really engage that core. If this position feels a little bit more natural for you, you can release out of it a couple inches, maybe a soft space between the spine. From here, just to set that, you're gonna press those hands down by your sides. You're gonna press those soles of the feet into the mat. You're gonna lift those hips up. Now right away, I want you to notice if you start to arch through the back, see if you can invite that slight tucking under of the tail, engage your core, squeeze the glutes. And good, take a big inhale here. Good, exhale, you're gonna keep that tailbone in that neutral, slight tuck position. As you lower down, can you get your whole spine to land at the same time? Good, we'll do one more like that, just really setting the core, setting that pelvic position, then we'll get into the fun stuff, the burning, I promise. And press down to the soles of your feet, keep that tailbone slightly tucked under. Yes, so there you go. Now lift those hip bones up towards the ceiling. And good, take a nice big inhale here, keep that slight tuck under of your tail so your low spine is long. Good, with the exhale, keep that tail tucked under. You should feel the glutes and the core working equally here. Awesome, you guys. You're gonna let your back land here on the mat. Now again, no big arch. You wanna have that spine pressing down into the mat. If you're having trouble, you're gonna tuck your tailbone right under to help you. And good, from here, you're gonna bring those knees up to a reverse tabletop. So those shins are gonna be parallel to the ceiling. Those hands are gonna reach straight up overhead. From here, we're gonna start to curl a little bit through the abdominals. So you're gonna start to reach those fingers, reach them straight forward towards that top edge of your mat, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Good, now from here, option just to hold, just to breathe. Can you connect that low back down onto the floor? Any tension in the back of the neck, you support it with your hands, keep those elbows wide. Good, option one, just to hold, just to breathe. Option two, you're gonna slowly start to extend right leg. And good, take a nice big inhale here. And good, exhale, slowly bring those knees back to 90 degrees. Can you keep your low spine down? Good, we're starting nice and slow. Take an inhale, lengthen that left leg. Good, now exhale through center. Good, one more each side. Take a lengthen through that leg. Good, keep pressing your low back down. Now squeeze knees back together. Good, one more inhale, left leg lengthens. And good, exhale back through center. Now option, keeping your shoulder blades lifted or lower the shoulder blades down if you're feeling anything in your neck at all. And good, take a nice big inhale here. And good, exhale, you're gonna straighten both of those knees just as much as you can, keeping that nice flat back. And good, exhale, knees to 90. Yes, here we go, we're gonna move like this. You take an inhale, you lengthen those toes away, keep flattening your low spine down. And good, exhale, knees to 90. And beautiful, moving like this, you guys, we're gonna start to move it in just a second. Take an inhale, lengthen maybe 1 inch further. And good, exhale, pull them back. You've got it, take that little lengthen those toes forward, knees just back to 90 degrees. Good, now from here, option, take those fingers up towards the ceiling, adding on. With your inhale, those thumbs are gonna reach away from your big toes. And good, exhale, pull everything just to stack through center. So we're not coming into a ball, you're stacking through center, work that control. Take an inhale, you lengthen. And good, exhale, squeeze. And beautiful, 6 more. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. How's that spine? Can you keep pulling your belly button down like you're trying to create the flattest ab possible? So even as you lengthen those fingers, those toes, you're imagining almost like you're zipping up a really tight pair of pants. So you're pulling everything in towards center. Squeeze that air in, control through that core. And beautiful, you guys, you're here for 4. And good, squeeze under. You're starting to feel those deep abdominals engage. I hope so. You're here for 3. You're doing amazing, so strong. You're here for 2. And beautiful, 1 more. Take an inhale. And good, take an exhale back through center. Those hands are gonna come behind the back of the head for all of us. And good, from here, that right leg is coming to straight, right leg to straight. You're gonna start to twist. You're gonna aim your right elbow towards that left knee. And good, you're gonna take a little twist up and across and lower. That's it, you take it up 1 inch. Lower the shoulder blade down 1 inch. And too much, that right sole of the foot plants down. Can you keep this left knee right at 90 degrees? Good, beautiful. So reach that elbow further towards that left knee. And that's it, there you go, take it in 1 inch. Out 1 inch, you've got to take it in 1 inch. And out 1 inch, good, you're here for 8 more. If you want more, you keep that leg hovering. If you want more, you extend that left leg further away, take it up 1 inch. And out 1 inch, you're out of here in 4.
We switch sides in 3. You're doing amazing. In 2. And good. Here we go. In 1, bring those knees back to 90 degrees. Maybe rest the head, neck, and shoulders. Now reset your spine. You might need to tuck your tailbone under again. So small little space between the spine and the floor. If you can't maintain that, you're tucking your tailbone all the way under. Good. Go ahead and lengthen that left leg long. And good. This time as your left elbow reaches towards that right knee. And tiny little crunch, tiny little pulse. Yes, you guys, beautiful. Keep those elbows nice and wide. And good. This is for you. You are so much stronger than you think you are. It's just a tiny little bit of core work. Well, not tiny. We're here for 20 full minutes, but you've got it. You're doing amazing. I promise we're going to stretch it out in between. We're going to get into those obliques next. So your center core is going to get a little bit of a rest, I promise. And beautiful, stay with me. You're here for 8. Soften that left sole of the foot down towards the floor if you need a little bit more support. Otherwise, keep it lifted. You are out of here in 3. Yes, in 2. Here we go, last one. Hug those knees in towards the chest. Well done. You should be feeling that center core, a little bit of those obliques. And good, we'll start to rock and roll up and down the length of the spine. So gather up some momentum, then cross at your ankles. Here we go, hands and knees, tabletop position. And from that tabletop position, you're gonna walk those knees back. You're gonna find a modified high plank. Good, so modified high plank. And then right away, you're gonna drop down through those hips. You're gonna find an upward facing dog or cobra. Big, juicy stretch in those abdominals, maybe a little twist of the shoulders side to side. So that opening core, that was a little spicy, it was a little tough, but you got through it, right? You took a breath, you took breaks when you needed it, and you got through it. That's exactly how we get through life. We take those breaks, we take our breath, and we push through. Take a big inhale. And good, exhale, push your hips to your heels. You're gonna find a child's pose. And good, take 1 inhale here. Beautiful, 1 exhale. And good, you're gonna make your way up to hands and knees. And when you're ready, you're tucking your 10 toes under, take those hips up high and back. Find a downward facing dog. That length should feel so good through your spine, through your hamstrings. And good, from here, you're gonna ripple forward. Find a high plank atop of a push-up. And good, we're holding here 3 big breaths, and then we're getting out of this center core. And good, take a nice big inhale, slightly press those hands a little bit more in towards the mat, slightly puffing up those shoulder blades. Good, that'll help you connect deeper into that core. And good, exhale here. And good, breathe in for 2. Can you slightly tuck that tailbone under? And good, exhale, you should feel that low core a little bit more. Good, last time, inhale for 3, hold everything in. Exhale, let it go. And beautiful. Now from here, we're transitioning to side plank on the right. So you're gonna bring that right forearm to parallel across the top edge of your mat. Now you choose. Sometimes I also like to bring my bottom knee down. I can feel that oblique a little bit more. But if you wanna keep that bottom leg lifted for a little bit extra challenge, you do that. So we're just starting out, first 5 breaths, and just holding and just breathing. If you're really shaky in the shoulder, that's a little sign for you to work on that stability through your shoulder a little bit more. If you're feeling like that's too much in the shoulder, of course, no worries, you come down onto those knees. All right, here we go. Start to lengthen wherever you are, left leg. Left arm, take an inhale. Here we go. With that exhale, you're gonna squeeze a top knee, top elbow, keep that bottom hip lifted. And good, you take an inhale, lengthen everything long. And good, exhale, squeeze, crunch, knee to elbow. Yes, we work both obliques work equally here. You've got that bottom oblique working to lift you up, and top oblique is working to create that crunch. So strong, you guys. Yes, you're here for 6. And squeeze. And beautiful, you're here for 4. Keep lifting those hips up towards the ceiling wherever you are. Strong through that shoulder, through that bottom oblique. You're here for 3. You might feel that top glute just a little bit. You're here for 2. And beautiful, you're here for 1. Either knees together or toes together. From here, you're gonna drop that right hip just an inch down towards the floor and squeeze up. And good, take it down an inch and squeeze up from those knees or from those toes. Take a little lower, a little lift. Yes, little lower, a little lift. You're out of here. We switch sides in 8. Yes, you guys, in 7. Right away, we're going to left side in 6. It's so strong. You're out of here in 5. In 4, from those knees or from those toes in 3. In 2. And 1, right away, you're going center plank on those knees or on those hands. Here we go, you're gonna flip your way over, left forearm, and then onto those toes or onto those knees. We start with that hold. And just hold, just breathe. And so good, you guys. Now notice if that left shoulder feels different than the right. We're not working shoulders here, but it's just some information for you to take for later. And good, now let's start to add on. So you're either up on those toes with me or you're down on those knees. Let's lengthen that right foot away, those right fingers away. Good, with your exhale, you're gonna start to squeeze like you could tap your knee to your elbow. And good, you inhale to lengthen. And good, exhale, squeeze, crunch. Amazing, you're here for 8. Yes, you guys, go 7. So strong, you squeeze, use that breath. You don't give up, you fight through it, you take those breaks if you need it, and then you come right back in. That break, that challenge, it is not telling you that you're weak. It's telling you you have a potential to get stronger. Stay with it, go 4. And doing amazing is 3. We're finishing off with those drops in 2. And 1, hold that plank, right fingers up towards the ceiling. Drop your left hip down an inch and squeeze up an inch. And good, go down an inch and squeeze up an inch. Here we go, you're here for 8. Out of your obliques already in 7. Doing amazing in 6. In 5, squeeze, lift, you got it. 4, in 3, and 2, 1. Make your way to hands and knees, or hands and toes, you choose. So high plank, or down on those knees. Wherever you are, you're gonna drop those hips, you're gonna lift your chest, you're gonna find that upward facing dog. That cobra, stretch out through your center core. Good, now a little shift of those shoulders side to side. Getting a little bit into the sides of the waist. Good, push back, go hips to heels, child's pose. We're gonna take a little pause here before we get in. We have just a few minutes left of core work, and then we slow it down, we stretch it out. Now last little push, I know that core is getting tired. I want you to remember that this is for you. You're showing up for you. You're doing this for you. Here we go, eyes closed, body strong, heart open. Take a nice big inhale. Here we go, you guys, big exhale. You're gonna pull your way forward. If you're feeling very tired, you're just gonna hold knees and hands. If you have a little bit more, you're coming up onto your tiptoes. We've got that full high plank position. Good, starting just with our breath. Take an inhale. And good, take an exhale. 1 more, take an inhale. Exhale. You're gonna start to walk this out. You're gonna go opposite knee, opposite elbow. So you're thinking slow motion mountain climbers. I want you to keep that butt down nice and low. Slight tuck under that tailbone so you're strong through the shoulders, strong through the core, strong through those glutes. Now I want you again here, check in. How are you feeling? How are you doing? How can you show up for yourself a little bit more? How can you be there for yourself a little bit more? How can you honor your body, support your body? How can you feel strong? How can you feel in control? And good, you're either gonna stay here, nice and slow, walking it out, or here we go, we're gonna go home, we're gonna run it out. In 20 seconds to finish off, option to run it out in 3, in 2, in 1. Option to start to take that run. You're here for 20 seconds. And good, either holding that plank, running, or slow motion. Awesome job, you guys. Hold on to it. You're here for 12. And this is for you. Take what you need. You're out of here in 10. So strong, right to the end, you guys. This is it. All you've got for you. And do this for you. You're showing up for you. You're out of here in 5. Out of here in 4. Amazing. In 3. And 2. 1. And drop those knees. Hips to heels. And child's pose. And good, take a nice big inhale here. And big exhale. And good, whatever comes up, you let it come up. Whatever you need to feel, you allow yourself to feel. And then you allow yourself to feel safe, you allow yourself to feel strong. No matter what happened, you got through it, and that's amazing, that's what counts. Let's slowly start to walk those hands towards the knees. You're gonna shift your weight over onto your butt. I want you to make sure you're sitting right in the center of your mat. Plant those soles of the feet down in front of you. Reach those arms long. We're gonna finish off just with a few half roll downs. So nice, and it should feel nice and good through that spine. Start to slowly lengthen, round through your spine. So lengthening through the tailbone, long through here, rounding through that mid back. Slowly start to roll it down for 3 and 2. 1, you're gonna stop, hold in that sticky point, that point you don't like to be in. You're gonna hold here for 3 Hold here for 2. Hold here for 1. Slowly set it up for 4, for 3, and 2, 1. This time we're going to roll it all the way down for 4. Rolling it all the way down for 3, and 2, 1. Slowly let those shoulders hit. Keep those knees bent up towards the ceiling, soles of the feet down. This will help support your low back a little bit more. And good, then you just want to take a few big breaths here. And so breathing some space into your chest. And good, letting that heart rate come down just a little bit. We're going to finish off just working 2 of those pelvic tucks, just to reset the pelvis, that strong positioning, that reminder one more time. So in your bridge position, if you have a lot of space underneath your spine, you're going to think about tucking your tailbone between your legs. Can you get your whole low spine down? Good, if that feels comfortable, maybe you come out so there's a soft space between your low back and the floor. Now from here, you're going to press down in towards your heels, your big toes, lift those hips up towards the ceiling. And good, hold that bridge. Don't start to arch through that low spine. Keep that core connection, that pelvic connection. Hold for 3, and 2, 1. Keep that pelvic tucked under, roll it down for 3, and 2, 1. Good, sealing that in one more time. Keep that slight tucking under of your tail. So only a small space between your low back and the floor. We've got one more lift, press down, keep that control. So this shouldn't feel like too much effort. Maybe a little bit more mental effort than physical effort. Hold at the top, emphasis on all of that beautiful length, so length through your core, but also length through your low back. Hold 3. Beautiful, you guys, hold 2. And 1, lower down for 3, and 2, 1. Hug your knees in towards the chest, give yourself a nice big squeeze. You can take a little rock, side to side, massage out any of those low back muscles, and then take those arms out nice and wide. Finishing off, you're going to take a couple breaths, just letting those knees, again, rock side to side. Again, a little bit more range of motion, keeping those soles of the feet lifted. A little bit more support, keeping the soles of the feet down. You're going to finish off at 2 more breaths here. And then slowly coming back through center, you're going to hug those knees one more time up in towards your chest. From here, you're going to make your way into any pose, any shape you'd like to spend that final meditation in. So it might be one of the same poses you were in at the beginning, laying on your back, seated, the child's pose. Something else might feel better. And then here, just go ahead and close your eyes. And just allow yourself to feel whatever is coming up. What did it feel like to be in a moment with yourself? What did it feel like for it to just be you and your strength? That's why virtual classes are a little bit different than in person. You're not doing it for me, the instructor, because I can't see you. You're not doing it for the people around you. What keeps you going is the drive to show up for yourself, is the drive to do it for yourself. In our day-to-day lives, we don't spend enough time doing it for ourselves or being our biggest supporters. We pour so much into supporting other people, into strengthening other people. Can you imagine what it would be like if you took even a quarter of that and poured it into yourself? So here in this final meditation, say thank you to your body for showing up, for working with you, for supporting you, for carrying you, nourishing you. And then promise you'll show it the same. Promise your body you'll show up for it. You'll love it back. You'll take care of it even when that feels a little hard, a little challenging. Because no matter how much you want to go out there and change other people and change the world, it all starts with taking care of you, of taking care of this body, this moment, this breath.
With that, we'll start to breathe. Let's take a really big full inhale together through the nose. And big full clearing exhale, let it go. One more like this, one more chance to let it go. Take a big full inhale through your nose. And big full exhale, you guys, let it go. Thanks you guys so much for doing that 20-minute core workout with me. I know it was pretty fast and furious. Again, go ahead, layer this on to any of the other more flow videos or one of the older, more chill yoga videos for kind of a complete stretch. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the core burn. Next week, I will be filming a very chill class for those of you that had wanted that this week. So I will see you next week in the next video.